Carl's Place has launched a new golf simulator design tool. It's pretty cool. It's got some neat touches up in the left-hand corner here. It'll pop your name in when you log in. I've already started. I've got my room set up, so I've got my dimensions, height, width, and depth. You can actually change your stance to right and left-handed if you want to, which is kind of nice. So for me, this is kind of like the preview before I did my garage golf simulator. And it's nice. You can actually drag it around and see this from different angles. I'll just leave it here for now because it's probably the easiest way to see the entire thing. So once you set up your space, you'll then start and you'll click into the screen system. I'm going with a Carl's DIY enclosure. I'm going with the 7x7x10. And as you can see, they let you kind of look through and see a little bit more information about the DIY enclosure, but they're going to recommend the one that fits for your space. You could choose the Pro, the Curved. They've got built-in room kits that you could select as well. You know, here's where you can put in the screen dimensions. I've got, you know, a custom size in here at the moment based on what the room looks like. You can check out the screen material, and maybe I want to go with the premium impact screen. It'll take a minute and it'll re-render. From there you could do gray as well. And then you can also look at some of the enclosure accessories. So probably want the foam insert kit as well as the net wall extensions. And I'll probably go ahead and do the back cover kit as well, as that'll block more light from coming through the enclosure and give me a better picture overall. So then you can go and you can pick your launch monitor. Most of you know I have the square, just so you can see how things render on here. I'm going to choose the Pro TVX because it's going to render on the ceiling. And you'll see that set up here just above the launch monitor. If I move the angle around, you can see it maybe a little bit easier. From there, you know, there's lots of things that you could do. You could do placements, mounts, all sorts of accessories. Getting into that, then I would probably move into the hitting area. And so you could see that there are a number of different mat options from Carl's and others. Even bringing your own. What I'll probably do is, let's look here. Let's grab a big one. Let's grab the 6x10 hitting mat. So you can see left and right hand golfers playing on that overhead projector. That's a pretty nice one to get. But obviously there's lots of others that you can choose from. You can look at some of the accessories if you want tees. You know, the mat base, things like that. And then you can also select the placement of where you want it. And then, you know, what I'll do is look at the projectors here. There's quite a few options to choose from again here. You could bring your own projector so it won't render on here. Or you could do something like the BenQ TH67 short throw. Again, it will now render the projector on the screen and it'll show you kind of the placement. It's kind of above the head and just in front of the golfer to avoid the shadow and avoid the swing. So you can go and you can go through all of that, and then if you want you can look for you can change the projector placement or the mount, and then I can also look at the build summary. So it's going to tell me what my space is, my screen system, my launch monitor, hitting area, and projector. I can add it all to cart and buy it. So this is super convenient, lets you look at it in multiple different ways. You can log in and save and come back to it. I think Carl's did a really nice job with this, and I'll put a link to it in the comments. Thanks.